Right. Okay. Good evening to all. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ganesh, working as instructor in NSA Chennai, section in charge for advanced diploma in IT networking and cloud computing, and also course coordinator for AVDS program of IBM's basic skills on artificial intelligence. We give 2 days training to ITA trainers of Tamil Nadu and Kerala instructors through IBM counterpart Edunet Foundation. I convey my sincere thanks to Sri Srinivasa Rao sir, Joint Director of NST Chennai, who gave me this opportunity to produce an awareness about artificial intelligence and its applications among the children of NST staff, and later extend to all the staff of NSTA during this lockdown period. No need to take any notes or screenshot. If you really need, I will share the entire content to your mail ID later on request. All I need is kindly focus and be patient for another 1 hour. Before we get into subject, please see this video clip for a few minutes.
Daddy, sound வரல. Sound வரல. Sound வரல.
Madam, can you hear my voice here?
Sir, I can hear you, but not what is there.
But the
on
video
the
voice?
slide, actually, not that video. No, not the video voice, but I can see what is being shown.
No, voice is coming or not?
No, sir, not for the video.
Not for the video. 1 second.
Technology.
Madam, now can you see, can you hear my voice and as well as the video voice?
Yes. Yes, sir. The video.
Hello?
Yes, sir. The video I can hear now.
Screenshot. Voice again.
Sir, it's very.
Yes, ma'am.
It was there earlier. Initially, it was there.
Now,
Sir,
now I
initially
will
it
play.
was
You
there,
just
but
check
then
me.
all.
Voice is coming now.
Yes, sir. Again gone, sir.
Gone.
No sound, sir. No sound.
Voice other करो. Video voice को.
So cannot hear actually, but yeah, it's just going on.
Audio is not coming.
No, sir. No audio for the clip that you are showing.
I see. 1 second. Audio ले. तो on பண்ணா பண்ணனா.
அது கேக்குது.
சரி.
Sir, I think quite a, there are some senior participants also with us. And one of them is suggesting to go on actually, to still move on, even if the
No, whether this audio is coming or not. That's
No,
what
sir, is not coming for the clip that you are showing.
the clip is not coming. I checked actually earlier. Just okay. I will open up.
Maybe you can just open the original from where,
Okay.
wherever clip is
Okay,
there,
right.
do it from there.
Right, madam. Okay. I will share this. Otherwise, now.
No, sir. No, sir, not even now.
Now also,
No, sir.
only video is coming.
Only video is there. Yeah.
Right. Now I'm putting open only.
Not sure what the problem could be.
One second. Ma'am, just again try this now. Now,
No, sir.
not coming.
No, sir. Sir, it came initial time, I mean, when I actually told you, that time it came like for a few seconds.
What to do sharing for audio? You're
Yeah,
hearing voice, nah?
sharing, yeah, for whatever option, yeah, I mean, if it's video or audio, whatever.
So this
That
screen is sharing now.
the screen is sharing, yes.
Now voice.
No, sir. No voice. I can hear you, but not the clip.
This is voice also full voice only. I'm keeping it. what can I do now?
Okay, somebody suggested play your video and share the audio.
Share the audio through
Play
voice.
the video and share. Wait, let me check the whole message. One second, sir. Okay, it says play your video and share your audio from other device.
I didn't understand what other device means.
Play your video
Okay.
and share your audio from other device. So basically what he's saying is, I think that probably you can log in from two different devices. So
No, I'm
by
doing only one device.
I know, but sir, this suggestion has come from the participants,
Ah,
and this participant has suggested that maybe you can log in from two different devices. From from one device, we'll hear you, and from the other one, you can just play your video.
so I say, let me try.
And there's another suggestion that if you're using earphones, sir, are you using earphones?
No. Shall I use earphone?
You are?
No, no, not now.
Okay, now, yeah, so that's what he's saying, that if you're using earphones, then it won't work. And you
No, the
have-
laptop. No.
So there are quite a few suggestions from the participants. I think we can just try one by one.
I already using Zoom, but
Yeah, I think you've logged in from two devices because I can hear your echo now. So
no, no,
I'll,
no, no.
from
I
one
brought my
device,
one more. Huh?
sir, if you're using two devices, then I'll be hearing the echo. So one device, I'll activate your audio, and in the other device, you can do the sharing of for your, the sharing of the video.
How it is sharing? So I will copy this file.
Yeah. So which other device? A mobile, you can use it to for your audio.
Adla
Mobile. What's your name? By what name have you joined, sir?
Ganesh, ma'am.
Yeah, that is one device. Even with the other device. One second. No, so there's only one.
What you made as a host, no? You have to make me as host, no?
Sir, I won't be making you host. You will remain co-host.
Co-host only. Okay.
Yes. So one I have done it. What is the name of the other device?
Now can you hear now? Voice.
Sir, I need to unmute you. You need to give me the name by which you are actually logging in with the second device.
Already shared. Ma'am, now can you hear voice? Hello.
No, sir, I cannot. Sir, what is the second device that you have used for logging in?
No, I'm not used, madam. I'm using only one only.
Okay, one only. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ட்ரை பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா
Hmm.
நீங்க வீடியோ கேக்குமா
Yeah, video.
கேக்கல
No, video, separate video also here. That also I shared. That is also not working. No, madam, this is coming out, this audio again.
Okay, sir. What you could probably do is
Yeah.
try sharing the video to me, and I'll see if it can be done.
Okay. So the PPT, I will show the entire PPT to you. You
Sir,
can.
sir, before you share, on your right side, is there any option which which says that you can share the Zoom?
Share.
Share Zoom.
Optimize share computer sound.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now you see. I will play again.
Oh, I'm starving. You got anything for me? Those flowers look delicious.
Now it's coming.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy. Look at me. I'm a little know-it-all. Will you get back over here? I got a question about this
Madam,
conspiracy. Did you have to buy an extra
hear my
seat for
voice
your
now?
hat, sir? Sir, are you
Now
stealing a
this
desk?
audio from the clip.
Sir,
Video
you have
clip.
resting, confused face.
Video clip also coming.
Do you have a favorite animal or pet?
Caterpillar?
Okay.
A
Shall I
caterpillar?
proceed?
Wouldn't you rather have a gargoyle?
No!
Yes. You know, you can
Nancy,
actually
can
put
I
the phone
proceed
down and
now?
have a conversation with me. That's a little too close for comfort, lady.
Oh, damn.
What, you never seen a talking gargoyle before? Welcome to Illuminati headquarters. I mean, Denver International Airport.
This is awesome.
Hello? Do I know you?
Are you hungry?
Oh, I'm starving. You got anything for me? Those flowers look delicious.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy. Look at me. I'm a little know-it-all. Will you get back over here? I got a question about this conspiracy. Did you have to buy an extra seat for your hat, sir? Sir, are you stealing a desk? Sir, you have resting, confused face. Do you have a favorite animal or pet?
A caterpillar?
A caterpillar? Wouldn't you rather have a gargoyle?
No!
Yes. You know, you can actually put the phone down and have a conversation with me. But no, I'm a millennial. I've got to post it. I've got to snap face it and Twitter book it. Excuse me, miss, I've got a stain that needs some polishing. Can I borrow your cleaning cart?
Oh, no.
I need your help. Guess what my favorite food is?
What?
No, I want you to guess.
Human?
Cumin. Yes, I love cumin.
I said human!
Oh, I thought you said cumin. I'm a real big spice guy. Furry hat guy. I can't believe you are wearing one of my friends.
Hey, this isn't your friend.
It used to be until you put it on your head, man.
How old are you?
Well, 243 years old now. I look good for my age, don't I?
Yeah, you work out.
All the time. You should see my squats.
You're such a sweet talker.
Will you take me back home with you?
Let's go. I have some space in my backpack.
Actually, I think you have too much baggage for me.
First gesture control device that lets you interact with your TV, entertainment, and even smart home devices with a simple wave of your finger. Using advanced sensing technology, SingleQ tracks your simple finger movement in the air, letting you flip through channels, control volume, and do much more in an exciting new way. And other media devices you already have. Become smarter.
Hi.
If you're using a media streamer, SingleQ offers fast and fun control over content. It's freedom at your fingertip, and let SingleQ connect and control these devices wirelessly.
Alexa, what's on the calendar today? You have 12 events scheduled. Alexa, call me an Uber. Your Uber will arrive in 2 minutes.
Alexa, what's the weather like today?
There's a 100% chance of showers.
Hey, isn't that Jason Schwartzman?
No, that's not him. I would know if that was him.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
Okay. Alexa, who stars in Mozart in the Jungle?
Stars include Malcolm McDowell, Jason Schwartzman.
See? That was great.
Alexa, change the bedroom temperature to 65 degrees.
Okay.
Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
Alexa, good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
I'm coming.
The big one is Jupiter, with its anticyclonic storm, aka the Great Red Spot.
Wow.
Have you ever done this before, Grandpa?
Yeah, sure. Alexa, accept the call.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mommy.
Whoa, you're painting.
Yep.
That looks so cool. Oh, and your pants match your eyes now.
Whoops.
Some of the paint made it on the wall.
Oh, I gotta go. I'll check in with you later.
Bye, love you.
Great job today, kiddo.
You too, Grandpa.
Except, it's like something is still missing.
What?
Alexa, turn off the lights.
Okay.
Whoa.
What do you think?
I think it's awesome. It's like we're in space. Can we show Grandma?
Sure. Alexa, drop in on Grandma.
Okay.
If your contact isn't up for a drop-in, they can answer with audio only, using their voice. Fortunately, Grandma's always up for a chat.
Oh, hi, sweetie.
Check it out, Grandma.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Thanks. That's Saturn, and that's Jupiter. Oh, and that's the little alien I made. His name's Spotty.
It's wise to warm up before any physical exercise, even if you're a robot. And as well as run at 6 miles an hour, Asimo can walk backwards and hop. You can also kick a ball, so time for a quick robot versus human penalty shootout. That's 1-0 to the Autobots.
Hello friends, what do you understand from this? All these happenings, what you saw now is the contribution of artificial intelligence. Another 1 hour you are going to watch this only. Are you guys ready? Let's see today's agenda. First of all, I asking for sorry for this inconvenience caused. Okay. Artificial intelligence is a vast science. Even 3 years won't be enough to cover its full strength. So today, with this session, whatever possible, I will try to cover overall conceptual view of artificial intelligence. First, you need to know what industrial revolution is, how we evolved from industrial revolution 1.0 to 4.0, and where we stand now. Then we will see all the artificial intelligence and its subsets. I'm not going to take a separate session for trending technologies. I will cover along with the top 10 artificial intelligence applications along with it, so that you can have a better idea. Okay. I hope now you are listening to my voice, isn't it? Thank you. Industrial revolution, the change which happened in the last 300 years was not witnessed by the people who lived 3000 years before. At the time, they did not know that this lifestyle is going to change in the 18th century onwards. The first industrial revolution started in the year 1784, that is the 18th century, after the invention of steam engine. People started using machines in the field of agriculture and textiles. The steam engine used in the ships and trains. Due to the mode of transportation completely changed. Many industries were started and people came to cities and settled down in large numbers. The first industrial revolution in Britain started and spread all over the Europe. The second industrial revolution started in the year of 1870. After the usage of IC engine, that is internal combustion engine, instead of steam engine. Here, the most important invention was electricity, due to which lathe machines have been introduced, thereby improved mass production products. Communication improved after the invention of telephone. After invention of vehicles, people started traveling to large distances on their own. Next, we'll go to third industrial revolution. This third industrial revolution started when computers were invented. The developed countries like America, Russia were competing in space research. In that, computers played an important role. Everyone wanted to upgrade their computers. After upgradation of computers, usage increases. When usage increases, there was a need for connecting all the computer. That's why internet was born. People are raising hands. Is there any problem? Means you can chat me, but any queries we will do it in the last. Okay. Now the world become small and fit into the hands of human. Now everything is achieved by the smartphone itself. Problems in any domain, say agriculture, water conservation, waste management system, and much more can be solved in this third revolution. Do you know in which industrial revolution we are in now? Yes, Industrial Revolution 4.0. We are facing new Industrial Revolution 4.0 by a new generation of information technologies like IoT and IIoT, especially for industrial oriented, that is industrial Internet of Things, then machine learning, then deep learning, biometric, cloud computing, augmented reality, GPS, VPS, then big data, automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, multiple neural networks, and 3D printing, and so on. Before 5 years, can anyone think about 3D printing? They will laugh. Now, everybody witnessing 3D printing as a realistic one. Feels like boat manufacturing and in construction field and all, this 3D printing is much useful. Why suddenly focusing artificial intelligence? Whether it is happened in 2018 or 2017? No. In 1872 itself, Arthur Samuel Butler, he imagined about machine consciousness in his novel Erewhon. This is the starting point of artificial intelligence. After some time, then in 1951, a computer program called computer program is created which capable of playing checkers and draughts game. And then in 1956, John McCarthy, a computer scientist, he coined the term artificial intelligence for the first time in Dartmouth conference. He was the father of artificial intelligence. Since then, lots of ups and downs in the history of artificial intelligence. During 1996, when IBM's Deep Blue AI-driven supercomputer defeats the then world champion Garry Kasparov, world again start believing in artificial intelligence and investing a lot of money in the artificial intelligence research work. Later in 1999, Sony introduced robotic pets like Aibo. In 2005, Honda introduced Asimo, the most advanced humanoid robot. Do you know Jeopardy? Jeopardy is the American television game show. The show features a quiz competition in which contestants are presented with general knowledge clues in the form of answers and must phrase the response in the form of question. On 2011, IBM Watson, a question answering computer system, competes on Jeopardy along with Mr. Ken Jennings, who was the all-time favorite hero, and Mr. Brad, and once first place. That is the biggest achievement in artificial intelligence. Then the IBM Watson, that is the supercomputer made by the IBM, proudly announced and investing a lot of money in further researches. At present, AI is in the field of all fields because of the digital transformation like IoT, IIoT, cloud computing, and data science, CNN, RNN, ANN, and whatnot. Now, for you people, this is the concept which is looks like a theoretical oriented, but in order to understand the later part, the practical parts, you need to understand a little bit about the theoretical also. That's why I'm going a little bit fast. You just concentrate a bit and then you will enjoy in the second of session. Intelligence is associated with the natural and human being. We know that humans are most intelligent creatures in the world, whereas the term artificial intelligence is associated with machines. Time being, assume artificial intelligence is a container, like a basket, and machine learning, deep learning, data science, big data, everything is its subset of artificial intelligence. If you want to define in one line definition, artificial intelligence is a technique which enables machine to mimic the human behavior. Machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence technique which use statistical method to enable the machines to improve with experience. And finally, we have deep learning. It is the subset of machine learning which makes the computation of multi-layer neural network is feasible. We should understand what exactly artificial intelligence is and what exactly machine learning is and what exactly deep learning is. And the main difference between these terminologies we should understand very clearly. See this image. Artificial intelligence is a broad branch of computer science, helps us to enable a computer or a machine to think without any human intervention and able to take its own decision and act accordingly. Goal of AI is to create a system that can function independently like a human. Human has organs like eyes, nose, ears, brain, legs, etc., which have some specific purpose to do. Human can speak and listen to communicate through language is a field of speech recognition. Much of speech recognition is a statistical based, hence it is called statistical learning. Human can write and read text in a language they know. This is the field of NLP, natural language processing. All your voice user interfaces like Amazon Alexa, Google Mini, Apple Siri, all are working based on this technology. Human can see with their eyes and process what they see. This is the field of computer vision. Computer vision falls under the symbolic way for computer to process the information. Human recognize the scene around them through their eyes, which create images of that world. This is the field of image processing. Example, biometric machines where your fingerprints is recognized by the biometric machines. If you take Facebook, your face is recognized due by the neural schema. Humans can understand their environment to move around fluidity. This is the field of robotics. Now we will move on to machine learning. Machine learning, as I told you, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Machine learning provides us as a statistical tool to explore and analyze the data to have a clear understanding about that particular data. You are going to feed lots and lots of data to the machine, and your machine is going to understand all the inputs through the learning models and machine learning algorithms in it, and finally it will predict or going to solve your problem and predict an outcome based on that data you input. Here data means all the digital elements like text, numbers, images, audio, video, etc. Machine learning are classified into 3 learning groups, namely supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement. Supervised learning means when you are inputting the data to the machine is the labeled data. Labeled data means suppose you have 3 coins here. One is Indian rupee, another one is American dollar, another one is Saudi riyals. So Indian rupee weighs of 3 grams, American dollar weighs of 7 grams, and Saudi riyal weighing 4 grams. You are feeding the data, that is weight is the feature of that coin and currency is the label of that coin. You are feeding all the data to the model, and suddenly you are giving one coin and predict what is the name of the coin. So what it does, you are feeding this labeled data, that is weight and name of the coin. These are all labeled data. Then with that it weighs whatever you are giving. If it weighs 3 grams, then it will predict as the output it is a rupee, Indian rupee, like that. This is known as the supervised learning. Unsupervised learning means your learning of a model using information that is neither classified nor labeled. This model can be used to cluster the input data in classes based on their statistical properties. Here I'll show some zoom property ones. So here you see, suppose you have a team of cricket team, and you are plotting the output data. So number of players who score more runs are plotted here, and similarly number of players who's taken more wickets here. Here there is no labeled data, only grouping. According to them, most of the runs they scored, they called as a batsman. It's a one group, and wickets is bowler. This kind of classification if you are making without the labeled data, then it is known as a unsupervised learning. Here I put 5 people, so 10 people over. Suppose one more person is here, somewhere here. Okay, in which group he will be added? So around him, if I put one circle, then it takes only here 1 and here some 3. If the other one will be here, means if I put one circle here, so it will cover 1 is in batsman and 3 is in bowler. So naturally this person also go to the bowlers group. This is known as the algorithm of K nearest neighbor. So like this, there are a lot of algorithms are there. You don't need to worry about it. And finally, we have what is that? Reinforcement algorithm, reinforcement learning. So here, all the animals I'm giving feeding to the machines and asking. Finally, I'm giving one animal, showing that, and asking to name the animal. if based on the input, if the model is predicting dog means it is correct, and if it is predicting cat as a cat, then you can feed the model, this is not cat, this is dog. So likewise, if you are giving feedback and correcting the model, then that learning is known as a reinforcement learning. This is also called semi-supervised learning. Next, we will see the deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, or artificial intelligence, the machine learning. Deep learning is evolved to overcome the limitations of machine learning. Deep learning uses neural networks to stimulate human-like decision making. Sorry. Let's understand with a simple example. Here, we have trained this machine, artificial intelligence machines, on 4 types of dogs. Say one dog is terrier, and another one is Labrador, and another one is German Shepherd, another one is Pug. Okay, once the training is done, we provide a random image to the machine as an input, and to find whether the image of dog is there in that picture or not. But this dog is not like the other dog on which we trained our system. Without a neural network, or simply if you have machine learning, it will say immediately this dog is not presented here, because this is, as far as this machine is concerned, these 4 types only its dog. But when you are introducing the neural network, it identifies our machines, it identifies based on the features of the dog that we have already trained on, and it can match those features with this dog, that is the in particular image of, and it can identify and say there is one dog in the picture. This is known as the neural network. Based on neural network is useful to understand and develop in deep learning. Neural networks are also classified into 3 groups. That is, one is artificial neural network, ANN. Another one is convolution neural network, that is CNN, and recurring neural networks, RNN. When the input data it processed computing with numbers, then it known as the artificial neural network. When your inputs based on images and videos, then it uses convolution neural network. When you use the time series type of data, then it is recurring neural networks. Recently, I have seen one Tamil film called Kannum Kannum Kollayadithal. Have you seen that? Mammuti's son, Tulka Salman, and Vijay TV anchor Rakshan, they played in that film, and they will show that self-driving car. And one more example, in the film Vishwarubam, they make one terrorist warning message dialogue will be translated from English language to multiple language. And automatic machine translation. All these are of examples for deep learning applications. Next, we will see the last subset. We have data science. Data science, the technique which try to apply all these techniques, that is basically a machine learning, a deep learning. Apart from that, it is also uses some mathematical tools like statistics, probability, algebra, and differential calculus, etc., and process this big data and works on it to find the solution. How much you provide the data to train the model will predict the accurate output. Instead of 30-page report, 2 visual charts will narrate your findings. Visual reports are created using R language and Python are very much used by the data scientists. Next, we will see the most awaiting top 10 applications. Let's see how this artificial intelligence is helping to the human in a day-to-day life. And please pay attention for another half an hour. We are going to see all the top 10 industries are employing this artificial intelligence applications. At number 10 position, we have artificial intelligence in artificial creativity. Now, have you ever wondered what would happen if an artificial intelligent machine tried to create a music or to create a trailer of a film? Listen to this audio clip. This was developed by the artificial intelligence research company called OpenAI, which was founded by Tesla CEO Elon Musk. The MuseNet is the new deep neural network that can generate 4-minute musical composition with 10 different instruments and can combine styles from country to Mozart and to the Beatles. No need of giants like Ilayaraja or A.R. Rahman. Here, the interesting thing is MuseNet was not explicitly programmed with an understanding of music, but instead it discovered patterns like patterns of harmony, rhythm, and style by learning on its own. Very first time, IBM Watson analyzed the entire movie and create a trailer for the film called Morgan, produced by 20th Century Fox. Let's see.
Amy, don't go in there!
Oh my God. We're all very happy to have you here, Lee.
I imagine that's not exactly true.
Doctor, this is Lee Weathers from corporate.
I'm just looking for some information about Morgan.
Morgan was our third attempt, our little breakthrough. It's the next step in evolution. It's bioengineered with synthetic DNA. Within a month, walking and talking. Within 6 months, it exceeded our wildest expectations.
I'd like to discuss the incident if that's okay.
She had a tantrum. There was joy in her heart before we shoved her back in that box.
You feeling a little sad, Morgan?
Yes.
Do you like it here?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
I like my friends.
You think they treat you like a friend?
I mean, you think it's normal for friends to lock each other in cages? What would you do if I recommended that you should not be allowed to leave this room? What if I recommended that you be terminated?
We should end this.
Answer me! What would you do?
Where's Morgan?
Initiating lockdown.
What you don't understand is
10.
Morgan is still evolving.
9.
The people in this house are dangerous.
8.
It needs to be terminated.
7. 6.
Don't be afraid.
5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
I'm starting to feel like myself.
Hello, Morgan. Nice to meet you.
In the flesh.
Next creative product of artificial intelligence is a content automation tool called Wordsmith. Wordsmith is a natural language generation platform and that can transform your data into insightful narrative. When data scientists are making a visual presentation like charts from the data in Tableau, it automatically creates the insight into your dashboard. Tech giants such as Yahoo, Microsoft, and Tableau are using Wordsmith made to generate around 1.5 billion pieces of content every day. Google's free service instantly translates words, phrases, and web pages between English and 100 other languages. Let's move on to next field called social media. Now, ever since social media has become our identity, we are spending more time from morning to night. As soon as wake up, our first job is to watch WhatsApp or Instagram, isn't it? This implies parallelly we have been generating an immeasurable amount of data through chats, tweets, posts, and so on, in the form of text, photographs, and post audios, videos, etc. Whenever there is an abundance of data, artificial intelligence and machine learning are always involved. In social media platform like Facebook, artificial intelligence is used for face verification. In machine learning and deep learning, concepts are used to detect special features and tag your friends. If you are posting one photograph in the Facebook, it automatically tags the and your friend's name. How it is done? Using deep learning. Deep learning is used to extract every minute detail from an image by using a bunch of deep neural networks, machine learning algorithms. Another such example is Twitter. AI is being used to identify sexy and filthy language, hate speech, and terroristic language in tweets. It makes use of machine learning and deep learning and natural language processing to filter out offensive content. According to recent survey, the company discovered and banned 3 lakhs terroristic linked account. Surprisingly, 95% of which were found by non-human. Artificially intelligent machines. And Instagram. Instagram, I will quote some 3 top filters. Say researching human behavior and culture. So from 100 million Instagram photos were analyzed to identify global clothing patterns. Researching a cultural phenomenon of this kind of scope would be pretty much impossible without artificial intelligence. Improving the search function and explore page. If you have been an Instagram user for some time, you have probably seen that how accurate the explore page is when it comes to recommendations. Another useful artificial intelligence filter is spam filter. It has the ability to eliminate fake messages written in 9 different languages. Once it detects spam, it automatically removes it from the user's direct messages. Sorry. Even mail uses similar technology but keeps in spam folder, but it won't delete. Finally, we have a WhatsApp. I will show you here one video. sorry. The conventional or conversational artificial intelligence powered WhatsApp bot feature. You can send automatic reply whenever you receive a stereotype message. That is also possible. How many of you are using while chatting in WhatsApp? How many of you are using voice recognition? Raise your hands. Only few. Okay. Right. Good. Some 50, 20. Right. So I will show one small example how to create the. See here. Now what I am going to speak, that will be typed automatically through WhatsApp. So listen now. Hello friends, I hope all the people are enjoying this artificial intelligence training, isn't it? See here. Now the same message I am going to translate in Tamil. Hello நண்பர்களே, உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் இந்த ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம் பிடிச்சிருக்கிறதுன்னு நான் நம்புறேன். பிடிச்சிருக்கிறதா இல்லையா? So like this, you can do the chatting. So here, like this, you can make chatting. So what you have to do is, there is one button here in the chat box below the audio recorder. So you press that button and try to speak. The machine, the WhatsApp algorithm will convert your speech into text. This is using speech to text algorithm. So here I shown here one English and one Tamil. You can bilingually also in the chatting in the same chat. So that is also possible. You can do now, right now, Hindi is possible, English is possible, Tamil is possible. Like that you can do all the things. I hope if you know already, it's okay. Out of 200 people, only 20 people is knowing this. I hope this will be a great news for you. Let's move on to next field, artificial intelligence in chatbot. What do you mean by chatbot? That is the virtual assistants. Nowadays, virtual assistants have become very common technology. Almost every household has a virtual assistant that controls the home. A few examples include Sri, Alexa, Cortana. All these people are gaining popularity because of the user experience it provides. The device using speech recognition and natural language processing to platform a wide range of tasks on your command. It can do more than just play your favorite songs. It can be used to control all the Wi-Fi enabled device at your house. You can book the cab, you can make a phone call and order favorite food. So this session, I will show it in the last final video. I will show this. It will be very interesting for you. Another example is Google's virtual assistant called Google Duplex. That is astonished millions of people. Not only it can respond to calls and book appointments for you and adds a human touch, it uses natural language processing and machine learning algorithms to process human language and perform tasks like managing your schedule, controls your smart home and make reservation and so on. This also I will show you in the marketing session, I will show you an example. Next, we move on to artificial intelligence in autonomous vehicle. For quite long time, self-driving car, this has been a buzzword in the artificial intelligence industry. The development of autonomous vehicle will be definitely revolutionary the transportation system. All companies like Google, they produce Waymo car, and General Motors, they produce General Motors Cruise, and Ford Motors is Argon, and Tesla, Elon Musk, Tesla cars, China, Google, named called Baidu, and Nvidia, Audi, all are investing lots of money on this research. The companies like Waymo being conducted several test drives before deploying the first AI-based car into public ride. The AI system collects the data from the vehicle's radar, LiDAR, 360-degree camera, GPS, and cloud services to produce control signals that operates the vehicle. The advanced deep learning algorithms can accurately predict what objects in the vehicle vicinity are likely to do. This makes Waymo cars more effective and safer. Another famous example of autonomous vehicles are Tesla self-driving cars. AI implements computer vision, image detection, and deep learning to build a car that can automatically detect objects and drive around without human intervention. See how BMW continuously working on that to bring the artificial intelligence car up to level 5. You see what are the levels in making this autonomous car. One second.
Autonomous driving, a car that drives on its own. What will traffic look like in a few years? When will we see it on the streets, and how is it going to work? We'll show and explain it in this clip. The BMW Group is implementing autonomous driving in their vehicles over 5 levels. With each higher level, the responsibility for driving will shift more and more from the person at the steering wheel to the car itself. Level 1 already started some years ago. Assistance systems support the driver, for instance with active cruise control with stop and go function, distance to the vehicle in front, or warnings against collisions with pedestrians. BMW combines these and other groundbreaking innovations under the name BMW Personal Co-Pilot. Today, the second level has been reached with the latest BMW 7 or 5 series, or the X3 for instance. Here the driver is aided by assistance systems and can remove the hands from the steering wheel for brief periods. In 2021, we expect to see the third level. The driver will sometimes be able to completely turn their attention away from driving, but must be able to step in again on short notice. By 2021, the first pilot fleet should be on the streets and level 4 should be reached. Here, drivers might even be able to sleep. They must, however, still be basically fit to drive in case they have to take over control of the car for specific sections of the journey. It is at the most advanced level of development between 2025 and 2030 that cars will drive autonomously. The driver will become another passenger and won't even have to be able to drive, as the car will assume complete responsibility for the task of driving. So how will this work technically at BMW? The partly automated driving at level 2, stereo cameras and radar sensors monitor the immediate surroundings. Level 3. The highly automated driving requires highly advanced sensors such as laser scanners, video cameras, radar systems, and area maps provided by HERE, which together produce a 360-degree model of the vehicle's environment. This makes it possible to calculate more complex driving maneuvers. And in 2021, your daily commuting might look like this. In Level 4, for the fully automated driving starting in 2021, all sensors and cameras will supply far more precise data. Further real-time data from improved maps by HERE will also be factored in the process of computing driving maneuvers. And Level 5, autonomous driving is due to be implemented in cities in the time frame from 2025 to 2030. For the BMW Group, the vision of autonomous driving has long since begun.
I have found a new song by your favorite artist. I have activated the relax mode for you. Hi, welcome to the icon. May I introduce myself? My name is Pia, and I'm your personal intelligent assistant. In other words, I'm an AI, and here to host you through today's presentation. I hope you will have a great time.
So the level 5, that is without steering, there is a 360-degree of rotation of chairs. You can interact in the car. You can see video screenings, video conference, everything can be done in the car itself, and you can go. So this is the level 5 they projected for in the year of 2030, but this has been achieved in the last year itself. 2019 itself, Audi has introduced this car. So the Tesla autopilot software goes beyond the driving the car, where you tell it to go. If you are not in the mood for talking, autopilot will check your calendar and drive it your schedule of appointment. This sounds pretty amazing. Next, we will move on to artificial intelligence of space exploration. Artificial intelligence in space exploration is an interesting field, how AI is being implemented. Space expeditions and discoveries always require analyzing vast amount of data. Artificial intelligence and machine learning is the best way to handle and process the data of the scheme. So after rigorous research, astronomers are using artificial intelligence to go through years of data obtained by the Kepler telescope in order to identify the distant each planet solar system. This was accomplished by using artificial intelligence technology. Artificial intelligence is also being used for NASA's next robo mission to Mars, which is the Mars 2020 robo. The Aegis, which is an AI-based Mars robo, is already on the red planet. The robot is responsible for autonomous targeting of cameras in order to perform investigation on Mars. This proves how far AI is reached. You see this video clip, how it deployed and taking photos in the Mars. this machine is used to take photographs and samples from the Mars. At number 5, we have artificial intelligence in gaming technology. In fact, one of the biggest accomplishments of AI is gaming industry. Deep Blue wins Garry Kasparov in chess. DeepMind's artificial intelligence-based AlphaGo is a software which is known for defeating the world champion Key in the game of Go. Is considered to be one of the most significant accomplishment in the field of artificial intelligence. Shortly after the victory of DeepMind created an advanced version of AlphaGo. The AlphaGo Zero, which in turn defeated the AlphaGo itself. That is AI to AI face-off. I like the original AlphaGo, which DeepMind trained over time by using large quantities of human knowledge and supervision. The advanced system AlphaGo Zero thought itself to be a master the game. Other examples AI in gaming including the first encounter Assault Recon, which is popularly known as a Fear. Fear is a series of first-person shooter survival horror video games developed by Monolith Productions. So what makes this game special? The actions taken by the opponent AI are unpredictable because the game is designed in such a way that the opponents are trained throughout the game never repeat the same mistakes. So basically they get better as the game gets harder. This makes the game very challenging. Another one is Jeopardy. IBM Watson wins over other two masterminds, Mr. Ken and Brad. See this video how Watson wins the game and the people who behind this victory, how they feel when IBM Watson fails to score and also it wins the game. See this video.
I remember this is Jeopardy, the IBM challenge. Here we go.
Once we got into the game, it was nerve-wracking, frankly.
Brad, if you're ready, make your first choice.
Let's take alternate meanings for 200, Alex.
4-letter word for a vantage point or a belief. Brad.
What is a view?
Yes.
After the first clue of the game, which Brad won, I had just this horrible feeling at that moment that he was as good as everyone said he was, and he was just going to run the whole board on us.
Alternate meanings 400.
4-letter word for the iron fitting on the hoof of a horse or a card dealing box in a casino. Watson.
What is shoe?
You are right.
We actually took the lead. We were ahead of them, but then we started getting some questions wrong.
Watson.
What is leg?
No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that.
What is 1920s?
No.
What is chic?
No, sorry. Brad.
What is class?
Class, you got it. Watson.
What is Sauron?
Sauron is right, and that puts you into a tie for the lead with Brad.
A lot of people were fake.
The Double Jeopardy round of the first game, I thought was phenomenal.
Watson went on a tear.
Watson.
Who is Franz Liszt?
You are right.
What is violin?
Good.
Who is the church lady?
Yes. Watson.
What is narcolepsy?
You are right, and with that you move to $36,681. Account of the principalities of Wallachia and Moldavia inspired this author's most famous novel.
What Watson wants to do then is preserve the lead, not take a big risk, especially with Final Jeopardy, because just like for humans, Final Jeopardy is hard for Watson.
Like we knew we probably were going to win, but what if we didn't turn on the system to play in tournament mode? What if we did the math wrong for some reason and lost by $1 instead of won by $1?
I wanted to wait till we see the final scores there because you don't know if something might surprise you.
You came up with what? Who is Bram Stoker? You are correct. Over to Ken Jennings now, and we find who is Stoker. I, for one, welcome our new computer overlord. Now we come to Watson. Who is Bram Stoker? And the wager? Hello, 17,973, and a two-day total of 77,147.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
At that moment, it was just, wow, we won. It was just so much happiness.
Jennifer, been on the
See, the people who behind this victory are be proud to introduce such a artificial intelligence machine to compete this world champion like Ken and Brad. Next, we will see, moving on to the next field of artificial intelligence is banking and financial sector. So here, 32% of executives in financial services are already using artificial intelligence for the predictive analysis. We all know that trading is mainly depends on the ability to predict the future accurately. How many of you done trading? They know how tough it is. Machines are greater in this because they can crunch a huge amount of data in a shorter span. Machines also learn to observe patterns and past data to predict how these patterns might repeat in the futures. An example of this, Japan's leading brokerage house, Nomura Securities, which has reluctantly been pursuing one goal, that is to analyze the insights of experienced stock traders with the help of computers. After years of research, Nomura is set to introduce a new stock trading system. The new system stores the vast amount of price and trading data in its computer. By tapping into its database information, it will make assessment. For example, it may determine the current market condition are similar to the conditions 2 weeks ago and predicts how share price will be changing in a few minutes down the line. This will help to make better trading decisions based on the predicted market price. AI banking is going to faster than you thought. A lot of banks have already been adopted artificial intelligence based system to provide customer support to detect anomalies and credit card frauds and so on. An example of this, HDFC Bank is deployed AI based chatbot called EVA, stands for Electronic Virtual Assistant. Since its launch, EVA has addressed over 3 million customer queries, interacted with over 500,000 unique users, and held over million conversations. EVA can collect knowledge from thousands of sources and provide simple answers in less than 0.4 seconds, which is quite impressive. Now AI and big data are working together and for improvement bank services. Because of that, they get customer satisfaction and improving bank reputation also.
Banks face many challenges as they strive to return to pre-2008 profit margins. These challenges include reduced interest rates, instability in financial markets, tighter regulations, and lower performing assets. Fortunately, banks taking advantage of big data and analytics can generate new revenue streams with personalized offers, targeted cross-sell, and improved customer service. Big data and analytics provide more insight by analyzing a higher volume and variety of data types from more sources than ever before. Deeper insight by digging deeper into customer information and behavior, enabling segment of one marketing. And faster insight by performing real-time analysis of customer information to deliver offers at the point of decision. Big data and analytics can analyze many types of customer information, including spending patterns, behavior, channel usage, product portfolio, bank interactions, credit information, social media, and customer profitability. Here's a day-in-the-life customer scenario as an example of big data and analytics in action. Peter is a customer of leading bank with a mortgage, checking and savings accounts, and a line of credit. Peter is remodeling his kitchen and decides to buy a new set of chef knives. The bank recognizes that Peter has made a number of household purchases lately and analyzes his financial and transactional data, including spending patterns, income, savings balance, available credit, loans, credit score, and level of risk. The bank also analyzes his related activity on social media and learns that Peter loves to cook. He enjoys gourmet restaurants. He blogs about his dining experiences and indicates he likes a new restaurant-style gas stove. Using big data capabilities and predictive analytics, the bank anticipates similar home purchases, but knows that Peter is nearing his credit limit. The bank wants to seize this business opportunity.
So with all this data, it analyzes whether to give the loan or not, whether you can repay or not. So all these things are predicting before to indulge in such a situation. Next, we will move on to artificial intelligence in agriculture. So here is an alarming fact that world need to produce 50% more food by 2050 because we're literally eating up everything. Because of that, we face Corona today. The only way this can be possible if we use the resources more carefully. With that being said, artificial intelligence can help farmers get more from the land while using resources from more sustainably. Blue River Technology has developed a robot called See and Spray, which uses computer vision technologies like object detection to monitor and precisely spray weedicides on cotton plants. Weedicide means spraying chemicals without affecting cotton, precise spraying. That precision spraying can help to prevent herbicide resistance. Apart from this, the Berlin-based agriculture tech startup called PEAT was developed an application called Plantex that identifies potential defects and nutrition deficiency in soil by using images. The images recognition application identifies possible defects through images captured by the user's smartphone cameras and gives soil restoration techniques, tips, and other possible solutions. The company software can achieve pattern detection with an estimated accuracy of 95%. That's why it is called Doctor for Crops. Now I'm going to play a video. You can witness how the artificial intelligence technology from plugging to harvesting and how machines are used to collect the fruits like apple, blueberry, and strawberry. You're going to witness this now.
Farms all over the world. It can't come soon enough. By the year 2050, the human population will be nearly 10 billion, which means we'll need to have doubled the amount of food we now produce. This is an examination of the agricultural innovations coming down the pipeline that will help get us there. The industry has undergone major developments over the last century. 100 years ago, farming looked like this. Today, it looks like this, and Tomorrow, it'll look something like this. These changes have allowed many of us to do other things with our lives.
In order to keep his crop healthy, he needs 600 people to harvest 600 acres every 2 to 3 days. But finding that amount of labor is becoming unsustainable. In an effort to avoid losing $20,000 per acre on abandoned fields, Gary partnered with a team of engineers who are working to fully automate the process.
We've separated all of the things that a picker's doing into various pieces of the robot.
Paul Bissett is the chief operating officer of the company behind it all.
We're collecting 50 to 100 images a plant, and all of those images are fed into our AI system in order to tell us, okay, this is a good berry, this is one we want to go after.
So you're telling me in real time, this machine is looking at the plant, thinking what to do next based on the imaging, and then executing that action?
Exactly.
So is this as fast as a human right now?
This machine, commercialized, will replace the 30 people that you saw in the field earlier today with Gary.
Strawberry farmers are so excited about this harvester, 2/3 of the industry invested more than $5 million into its development, all in hopes to replace the cost of human labor. Some would complain that machines and artificial intelligence are actually displacing people who want to have these jobs. So you're saying this actually fixes a problem you have.
And smarter means taking care of plants individually, weeding, spraying, and thinning, or identifying fruit, not just counting them, but providing yield and size estimates. But what's missing is the ability for machines to discern plant health or to spot weeds amongst a crop. Artificial intelligence is about to change this. Machines can now be trained to recognize shapes and textures. The example you're seeing is using the texture of leaves to single them out as weeds or as plants that need special treatment. The commercial success of systems like these depend on taking into consideration the whole package, the software, hardware, and the business case. With simple, not just the machines, but the ways in which farming is done. So the question isn't, how will AI affect your business? It's how will AI improve your business?
Today, the innovations on our immediate horizon include autonomous pickers. UK researchers have already created one that gathers strawberries twice as fast as humans. The challenge will be creating robotic pickers that can switch between all kinds of crops. Robots or drones that can precisely remove weeds or shoot them with a targeted spritz of pesticide, using 90% less chemicals than a conventional blanket sprayer. For the organic farmer, they could zap the weeds with a laser instead. This could have a big impact. The UN estimates that each year, between 20 and 40% of global crop yields are destroyed by pests and disease. Tiny sensors and cameras will monitor crop growth and alert farmers on their smartphones if there's a problem or when it's the best time to harvest. The Bonnie Rob can take a soil sample, liquidize it, then analyze its pH and phosphorus levels all in real time. As a proof of concept for all this autonomous farming technology, researchers at Harper Adams in the UK plan to grow and harvest an entire hectare of barley without humans ever entering the field. Companies like Egg Robotics have already commercialized software that analyzes drone-captured information.
next field, we have artificial intelligence healthcare. When it comes to saving our lives, a lot of organizations and medical care centers are relying on artificial intelligence. There are many examples of how AI and healthcare helps patients in all over the world. IBM developing a artificial intelligence software specifically for medicine to more than 230 healthcare organizations worldwide using IBM Watson technology. IBM Watson for Health is helping healthcare organizations apply cognitive technology to unlock vast amount of health data and power diagnosis. Another tech giants, Google's DeepMind Health in another such example, that is working partnership with clinical researchers and patients to solve real-world healthcare problem. So DeepMind has successfully developed a system that can analyze the retinal scan and spot symptoms like sight-threatening eye disease. The technology combines machine learning and system neuroscience to build powerful general purpose learning algorithms into neural networks and mimic the human behavior. Recently, Google announced by its CEO Sundar Pichai in a press conference that the research to find non-invasive method to find art-related problems by scanning the retina of the eye. This is done with the aid of Shankar Nethralaya Eye Hospital in Chennai and Arvind Ashram Hospital in Pondicherry. Here is the short video clip that you can see this. After that, we will have a discussion.
Healthcare is one of the most important fields AI is going to transform. Last year, we announced our work on diabetic retinopathy, which is a leading cause of blindness, and we use deep learning to help doctors diagnose it earlier. And we've been running field trials since then at Aravind and Shankara hospitals in India, and the field trials are going really well. We are bringing expert diagnosis to places where trained doctors are scarce. It turned out, using the same retinal scans, there were things which humans quite didn't know to look for, but our AI systems offered more insights. Your same eye scan turns out holds information with which we can predict the 5-year risk of you having an adverse cardiovascular event, heart attack or strokes. So to me, the interesting thing is that, more than what doctors could find in these eye scans, the machine learning systems offer newer insights. This could be the basis for a new non-invasive way to detect cardiovascular risk. Another area where AI can help is to actually help doctors predict medical events. Turns out doctors have a lot of difficult decisions to make, and for them, getting advance notice, say 24 to 48 hours before a patient is likely to get very sick, has a tremendous difference in the outcome. And so we have put our machine learning systems to work. We've been working with our partners using de-identified medical records. And it turns out if you go and analyze over 100,000 data points per patient, more than any single doctor could analyze, we can actually quantitatively predict the chance of readmission 24 to 48 hours before, earlier than traditional methods. It gives doctors more time to act.
More than 1 in 10 of us will develop osteoarthritis in our knee. This is the disease in which the thin cushion of cartilage between two bones falls apart, causing bone to grind painfully on bone. Oh, it makes me cringe just thinking about it. But today, doctors can't see osteoarthritis until after bone damage and pain have developed. Now I'm about to show you an X-ray that shows some very subtle signs of bone damage. So be sure to look. This is what your X-ray might look like the first time you're diagnosed with osteoarthritis. But there's evidence that the disease begins long before that, inside the cartilage. So why can't we just look at the cartilage to diagnose the disease? So let's take a trip back in time and let's actually take a look at some images of cartilage. These are magnetic resonance images, or MRIs, of knee cartilage. These are all healthy people. Each scan belongs to a different subject. The different colors here represent the different ingredients that make up cartilage. And we know that 3 years down the line, one of these groups will receive the diagnosis of osteoarthritis, but the other group won't. And the question is, which group is which? You see, the problem is that our eyes can't seem to detect a difference between these groups of patients. These images are computer-generated MRIs, and the red here indicates the presence of water, which we already knew. But what we didn't know was that what the computer can use to diagnose osteoarthritis in the future is the diffusion of water. You see, to the far left, we see an image of a person who's completely healthy, and the water here is evenly distributed throughout the cartilage. On the far right, we see an image of a person who goes on to develop osteoarthritis 3 years from now, and the water pools to the center of the cartilage. Just as potholes in the road accumulate water, the pooling of water suggests that there's a weakening of cartilage at that location. 10 years ago, I started studying signals. Signals are the way that computers understand and process the world, and I wanted to teach a computer to recognize patterns in medical images, the same way that your personal assistants, Siri and Alexa, can recognize your voice today, by using something called machine learning. The basic premise behind machine learning is to program a computer that can learn on its own with experience. So the way that it works is that we feed in the images. And whether that person goes on to develop osteoarthritis 3 years down the line, and the computer sifts through the images to try to determine whether there's a pattern that can differentiate osteoarthritis progressors from healthy people. In my research, I developed a technique called transport-based morphometry, which teaches the computer to learn interrelationships between pixels, rather than trying to focus on finding one particular pixel within the image. And the true elegance of this technique is that transport-based morphometry can come back and teach us the patterns that the computer has learned. Okay, so at this point, you're all probably dying to know whether the computer can tell apart these images that we couldn't tell apart, right? So it turns out that on an image of knee cartilage that the computer has never seen before, it can predict whether that person goes on to develop osteoarthritis 3 years down the line with 86% accuracy.
Number knows no bounds.
So now you understand how the image recognition are used in the treatment and early diagnosis of cancer patients and osteoarthritis, early stage of heart diseases, eye problems, and so on. The most critical thing is to utilize the golden period. When you, sometimes doctor says, if you could brought him 1 hour before, we could have saved his life. No more happenings like this. If artificial intelligence predicts the risk well in advance, then all our average life is going to increase and will lead a healthy life. Finally, at number 1 positions, we have artificial intelligence in marketing. So we all know that marketing is a way to sugarcoat your product. In order to attract more customers, we humans are actually quite good at sugarcoating. For example, if children wants anything, they will mesmerize the parents by sugarcoating, and they will get the things done. And same way, staff will sugarcoat their to officers and vice versa to get the work done. But what if an algorithm or a chatbot is built solely for the purpose of marketing a brand or company? It would look pretty awesome job. For example, let's consider the recommendations provided by Amazon. It's known fact that 35% of Amazon revenue is generated by its recommendation engine. Amazon makes use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to recommend products to their customers. It uses recommendations as a targeted marketing tool to increase their revenue. There are different ways through which Amazon recommends products. Until you buy, it won't stop. Amazon studies the shopping behavior of customers who have similar shopping trends, and display items will be purchased together in the past. All this is carried out by the using of artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. Another famous example is recommendation of system in Netflix. Netflix uses a machine learning to recommend movies to you based on the data it collects about you, such as your browsing history, your age, your location, your taste, and your mood, all these things. 75% of which is recommended by Netflix. The logic behind Netflix is machine learning. Here is the final video will reveal how the scheduling is done, how the booking of appointment, hotel management, everything by an artificial intelligence. Just watch this video.
Our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. You know, we are working hard to help users through those moments. We want to connect users to businesses in a good way. Businesses actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% of small businesses don't have an online booking system set up. We think AI can help with this problem. So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
Haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now? Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online. The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
See how may I hear you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people when?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually, we live here for like upper 5 people. For people, you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
When tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Again, that was a real call. We have many of these examples where the calls quite don't go as expected, but the assistant understands the context, the nuance. It knew to ask for wait times in this case and handle the interaction gracefully.
Welcome to Alibaba's Flyzoo Hotel, the hotel of the future. Located in Hangzhou, China, the Flyzoo Hotel project was led by Alibaba's online travel platform, Fliggy. The hotel brings together technology and hospitality to find innovations that can empower the industry in the digital era. It all starts with the Flyzoo mobile app. From here, I can book my stay, choose the floor I want, and even the direction that my room faces. And when I get to the hotel, check-in requires just a few simple steps at this kiosk. For Chinese travelers, it's even easier. They can check in via the app and go straight to their room. Flyzoo features a range of AI services to create a convenient and seamless experience for guests. For example, you can choose to use facial recognition rather than keys and key cards to access the hotel. That means everything from using the elevator to entering your room is as easy as smiling for the camera. The hotel uses the picture I took at check-in to verify it's me. The Flyzoo Hotel has 290 rooms, each with a Tmall Genie Smart Assistant who helps me adjust the temperature, the lights, the curtains, and the TV, all with a simple voice command. Tmall Genie also functions as my 24/7 personal butler.
节目精灵，我要一瓶水。
好的，服务员会尽快送来饮用水。
When that bottle of water arrives, it may not be delivered by your typical hotel employee. This is the future hotel, after all. Fliggy has room service robots to do that work. I just input a passcode that was sent to me via text, and the water is mine. The robots also deliver towels and other items, and even the meals at the hotel's restaurants. If I feel like working out, the gym offers some fun digital experiences too. When it's time to check out, there are no lines and no hassle. I just pack and go. It was cool to see how Flyzoo's technology can make a hotel's services convenient and easy to use. And with hotel staff freed up from more routine tasks, they can focus on delivering a better experience to guests. I'll definitely be booking another stay soon.
noticed how applications seem to be getting smarter all the time? Websites provide recommendations for new items based on past purchases. And you get emails from your favorite stores when items related to things you typically buy are on sale. All of these things are examples of ways you can use a technology called machine learning. Machine learning algorithms discover patterns in data and construct mathematical models using these patterns. Then, you can use these models to make predictions on new data. Machine learning is something you could use for lots of applications, but learning and implementing the complex algorithms required to build models is difficult and time-consuming. And then deploying and managing the infrastructure to analyze the large data sets required to build accurate models and generate predictions at high scale is expensive and requires continual maintenance to keep it all up and running. What if there was a better way? Introducing Amazon Machine Learning. Amazon Machine Learning is a service that allows you to quickly and easily build smart applications that can perform important functions like fraud detection, demand forecasting, predictive customer support, and click prediction. By finding patterns in your existing data and using these patterns to make predictions from new data as it becomes available. For example, you could use Amazon Machine Learning to analyze customer feedback in emails, product reviews, forums, or phone transcripts, and recommend corrective actions to your product or service teams, or connect the customers with customer care specialists. Getting started with Amazon Machine Learning is easy. First, you configure a connection to read your data from Amazon S. Help you preview the data to ensure quality, and the wizards and APIs will guide you through the process of creating machine learning models. Once the models are built, you use Amazon Machine Learning's built-in tools to evaluate and fine-tune them, and then the models are ready to generate predictions. Now your applications can either call the Batch API to get predictions for entire data sets at once, or you can use the Real-Time API to generate predictions on demand. With Amazon Machine Learning, you can create models from large data sets, generate billions of predictions, and serve these predictions in real time and at high throughput. There's no upfront cost, and you pay as you go, so you can start small and scale as your application grows.
So friends, I've covered all the concepts of AI like machine learning, deep learning, neural network, everything, and the top 10 applications and other technologies associated with the artificial intelligence. And up to cloud, AWS, also I have shown you. I hope you like it. So kids, this is the time you can choose the right path to grow. As AI is going to rule the world in future, study and be associated with artificial intelligence. Once again, I thank our Joint Director Sri Srinivas Rao sir, who motivated me to take this class for NST staff kids and later extend to all. I thank to NIMI and its Zoom team for their excellent support and cooperation. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you. Ma'am, you can stop. And any queries is there, please let me know now. Another 2-3 minutes, we will wind up.